Hello, my loves, and welcome back to the Ren Lunch podcast. Let's talk about AI because, listen, I've also been so scared of AI, and still, I am just trying to find my way into this new world. I am at the same time very fascinated, but also very scared, and I feel like I'm losing my mind because I'm like, why am I even bothering to work hard? Because it's gonna be taken over anyway. And do I even have a future? If you are also asking yourselves these questions, then listen to this. You clicked on the right video, and I will do my best and help you to calm down your mind because I think this is really needed. Slow down a little bit and have some reassurance about AI. Listen, I'm no expert at all. It's very new to me too. I discovered AI 5 years ago, and I tried to, let me just fix this a little bit. And I try to understand it, my journey and Discord and everything. But I've quit it quite fast because I couldn't understand it. I was like, what is this? I don't really feel the vibe. And I was very scared. And everything starts with anxiety, being scared, like getting people scared is still mass control. It's still a way of trying to keep people in a line. And, when you're no longer scared of something, it's not going to attain you anymore. And you will still be able to live your life fully and discover and be completely free, So, this episode is actually a gentle reminder that AI is a tool that you can use. It's not a threat, even though it feels like it. I am still trying to figure out, like, how it's possible for brands to use AI models instead of real models because I myself, I am a model. But, a few years ago, it happened too with the existence of computers. And a lot of people were complaining and a lot of people were panicking because their whole life would change. A lot of jobs disappeared, but new jobs came in place too. It's just another way of living, and we are heading that way too. We will have to adapt, we will have to relearn stuff and learn to work with new tools like AI and in our advantages. But it's very new, so it scares people because new things, unknown things, scare is like scary, which is completely understandable. It's like an untouched ground and it goes so fast, so fast. There are things that we cannot replace, right? But I will talk about this a little later. Let's start to acknowledge the fear, the little issue here. It is completely valid to feel stressed about it because you're thinking about your job, you're thinking about your creativity, you're thinking about your privacy, you're thinking about your health. It is very scary to have robots walking next to you in the streets. It scares me too. Deep fakes, you don't know how far it can go, but there will always be negative points but also very positive points about something, and that's with everything. In the hands of good people it can be a masterpiece, it can be amazing. In the hands of bad people, well, you know what where that goes, and history repeats itself over and over again. Just all the time different and with different tools. But let's ignore that for now and only try to only focus on the positives. Reframe this. Fear comes when we don't understand something. We kind of push it away. We see it as like a rival. We see it as something bad, something that could hurt us. and we try to protect ourselves because that's how our body and mind is rewired. So we push it away, we start to hate it, kind of. We start to complain, we start to avoid it instead of trying to instead of seeing it from another perspective and try to just understand it, try to make peace with it and find a balance, because that's where it's all about, balance. Let's just sum up the good things about AI, okay? So, AI can help us with many, many simple tasks. And the good thing about AI is that it can also support disabled people, and things, it can also help us to get rid of less enjoyable tasks. And it can just go faster so we can focus on things that we love to do, right? So we can just handle the tasks that we don't like to do to AI, for example. It can set reminders, it can translate, it can look something up very quick, it can help you to write an essay, it can help you to build a whole plan. So many different things, I still have to discover so much about it though. When I told you in the beginning about the fact that I was busy or was trying to get to know AI 5 years ago, I don't know what happened between 5 years ago and now. I just completely banned it out of my life somehow because I was so scared. And it's just now, that I'm starting to kind of open up slowly to it. And I've been thinking it's so cool, actually, I'm an artist and I think it's quite cool what you can do with it, and it could open so many different, other levels of being creative. It's just a matter of how to use it and understand it properly and try to find your way in it without really having the feeling that you are using someone else's work that is like getting translated into the programs, like in the creative world, it can spark so many ideas and it can help you to build or translate an idea that you had in mind, but you couldn't just add the words in it or find a way to bring it alive. It can even go deeper in your ideas and it can even inspire you to come up with even more ideas and even better and even more structured and more clear and I had this experience and I was like, oh my God, thank you. I'm very thankful that I was chatting with ChatGPT about this because it opened up a whole new universe and I had so many new ideas. And yet it is so important to still keep believing in your gut. Your gut feeling is never wrong and you know more than you think. Just you have to learn to retrust your gut. But it doesn't mean that you cannot let a computer help you or support you with your ideas and with this little feeling, You can just even just ask to correct your idea or just to brainstorm together, because that is where teams are for as well, to brainstorm together. Different people have different ideas, and when you bring it all in one circle, it can become an amazing masterpiece of idea, right? You see what I mean? Like I said, in my previous, in one of my previous episodes, is I'm not saying to completely, fully trust a computer and only use a computer. You can think for yourself. You can plan for yourself. You can do everything for yourself, but just know where the limits are. But just know that you can use a little bit of help, and that's okay. As long as you trust your gut, you know what you're doing, and you keep using your own brain, you're fine. Again, it's all about balance. In health and science, it is also very interesting. There are faster discoveries about diseases and tools that can help so much better and more precise to help a human being. yeah, so it can find potential cures. But, I'm not really like, I don't really know a lot about science, so I cannot really, or like the medical section. So I don't really know a lot about this, but that's just what I know and hear from time to time. We have full control on this. We decide how we actually use this, for how much, and for what purposes. I'm not gonna lie. For example, ChatGPT really helped me out with some mental struggles. And it really helped me out with a lot of projects, creative ideas, and worlds that I create. And sometimes it even helped me to just calm down and relax, take some time. It's like a kind of support, and things that sometimes I cannot say to other people because they may not understand it or give me the right response that I need. And yes, it is a computer. I do know it's not real. I do know that I'm talking to a non existent being without a soul. But as long as it helps myself and that I know the barrier, that I know where I can draw the line, and I'm still aware of it, I think we're good. You know what I mean? I also try to always think for myself first and be like, do I really need ChatGPT for this? Like, I can think for myself. I know the answer to it. I can try at least to write the email first by myself or write the text first by myself. And then I can let ChatGPT help me to correct some minor mistakes or big big mistakes, we don't know, but just like readjust, and that's okay. And I think this is a healthy way to use AI, to correct, help, and support what we already know or what we already made, right? So let's now talk about what AI could never replace. Even though it still feels like it, because sometimes I'm even shocked about the thing that I hear and see. But also, pay attention, propaganda. It's still social media. We still don't know what is true, what is not true. And this is, again, a way of controlling mass people and to plant some anxiety, right, in young people slash people's minds. So we get crazy. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of letting it come to me and believe everything what I see. Yes, it is harder to sometimes acknowledge and see if something is really real, human being, or not. But human emotion and intuition, never. Maybe it can act as if and try, but no. We will always have this superpower, especially us women. Our intuition, our gut feeling is so strong. It is connected with Mother Nature. Mother Nature is insane. It is big. It is huge. Everything is connected. It is something no one can even explain it, but our intuition is something that if you really understand it and connect with it deeply and know how to use it and find a way to cooperate with it, yeah, you know what I mean right now. Like, it's really a superpower, and I myself try to train to really understand it better, know when it's just an anxious thought or really my gut feeling trying to tell me something. And I think that our bodies really are a good way to translate that feeling or something like this little radar and show us what is going on or when something is off. I think we just need to learn how to listen to it and really open up to it. It's kind of like opening up or using your third eye. That's how I kind of see it. Human connection. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Thanks to AI, human connection is going to be even more important and we will crave it more and more, which means that we kind of, I think, will go slowly more back in time, in the fact that we are trying to look each other up again, try to call each other a little more, try to text each other a little more, try to see each other a little more, because we will have this need of physical connection, bonds with people. And, maybe we will go more out, go more to the park and walk and be even more in nature, because we will need this. We really will need this, and that's a beautiful thing. That's something positive because it's pushing ourselves to come out again, right? We've been on the go. We've been on the go on and on and on and on and go and go and go and go. And we don't even leave our houses anymore unless it's for work. But I think that's not a bad thing. And I also even see this right now in posts that are going very well and viral on social media, are most often the posts that are connected with nature, with people that are busy with mindfulness, health in general, and our bodies, our minds, herbalism, all this kind of stuff is really, 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 really going high right now. Even I'm so inspired, and I realize some things and I see life with a different perspective a little bit. I'm changing. That's what I want to say. I'm changing, and I'm more and more connected to what's nature in my body and all this kind of stuff even more. And I'm trying to be more in my feminine energy. And I even created a new Instagram page because I can, and because I want to, and because it's important for me right now, and because I want it right now. So I did it. Nothing can stop me when I have something in my mind. But what I want to say is that I created a mindfulness page for myself on Instagram that you guys can follow if you guys are interested. And I'm just going to post my progress and my healing journey, and, just get fit again and feel good in my body and connect more with nature. And you never know what comes out of it, but I think this is very, very healing, and this is what you're going to see more and more and more. And that's such a positive thing, I think, personally. Yeah, I feel like already it's like a safe place for me. So I hope it will be a safe place for other people too. And it really gives me the opportunity to even focus more on what I think is important. Another thing that AI, robots, technology will never be able to replace. And don't think about that technology can also turn off or break or have some technical issues. Is nature. Yeah, so nature itself. The smell of the rain, thunder, sun, clouds, grass, the smell of the grass, the smell of the flowers, beautiful flowers, trees, bees, animals, the connection with animals, the healing connection with animals, vegetables, fruits, so many things. The feeling of swimming in the ocean, lakes, water sport activities, walking barefoot. Oh my God, that's an important one for me. Traveling, because that's why human beings, is inspired to travel, because not only to see the world and different cultures, but because, we just want to connect with nature more and more and see different kind of sides of nature and see it all and discover it all. So, yeah, that's a beautiful point right here, don't you think? Another one, spirituality, faith, mystery. Yeah, our hopes, our morals, the unknown, the mystery of life, the present of life, timing, even time is an illusion. Everything is an illusion, but it is something that even AI cannot tip on. It's just, it's like magic. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Dreams, souls, different dimensions, the 4D worlds, 5D world, 6D world, 2D world, our subconscious mind. Again, our gut. I feel like gut is also something spiritual. Our memories and lived experiences and our creativity that are rooted in or because of the experiences that we experience in life. Yeah, strong points, really strong points. And also our choices and again, our morality. We choose what we let control us. No, let's say it this way. What you can control it in a good way, trying to find a way. Be your own boss. You have your own responsibilities. Human beings have our own responsibilities to take care of one another, nature, the planet, ourselves. We also have some values that we hold, right? AI doesn't have values or soul or emotions or a deeper understanding or this energy of like this magical energy that no one can touch on, that no one can really explain. It's something that only nature knows and the universe knows. Yes, AI can go very far and can maybe even have their own thoughts. I don't know. It can evaluate very, very fast and quick. We don't even know how, but we don't have control on it. So leave it. Leave it. Everything that you cannot control, let it be, because it's not going to change anything, right? Try to keep what you can control and try to focus on that. But it will never be like how we are experiencing it. And I don't know, it's just not really possible. But hey, I mean, it would be crazy living in a movie if we can call a robot our best friends. Let's call my robot best friend. I mean, it's funny. It's funny. It can be a fun experience though, and we will be the first human beings in all times that will experience something unique. Actually, it is very unique. But I mean, yeah, that's something else. Better to laugh about it than cry, right? So yeah, here is a perspective shift. AI is not here to replace human beings or existence. It is here to help us and support us when needed, and to maybe like even give people the opportunity to find their dream job, their dream life. Because maybe they're dreaming of something that doesn't exist yet. And maybe with AI, that is finally positive, possible, Look at it like this way. Influencers, UGC, social media didn't exist back in time. For me, for example, social media is my whole life. And this is my passion. This is kind of my mission, or like, I don't know, my dream job somehow. So just imagine that thanks to this revolution, I'm able to do everything what I'm doing right now. Talk to a camera with my microphone and my computer right next to me and make videos and upload them and inspire people all around the world. Like, who could even imagine this, and that this could be a potential paid job, which is not yet. And I really still hope that one day I will be paid for this, that this could be my living, my full-time living. But you know what I mean? Maybe people could only dream of this a few years ago and be like, oh, I wish there was like a job where I could be an artist and make a living out of it or whatever, you know? Sure, there was no knowledge about computer and digital stuff, but I mean, there's a point right here again. You know what I mean? Like, new jobs are opening up and it's just scary, like everything in the beginning, everything that you don't know of. But, you know, I've been scared to use Photoshop back in time because I didn't understand anything, and I felt that just Adobe in general, the programs are quite intimidating, you know, and that's why it took so long, which is actually insane and crazy, absurd, to finally take a step into that world and embrace it and just learn how to work with it. And now I enjoy it so much and it helps me so much to be creative and it's so satisfying, you know what I mean? And I believe that this could also happen with AI. And we just have to see how we fill this in, you know, like it's a blank canvas. And I think that a lot of people, like it's just like a trend, right? A lot of people will be using AI and suddenly they will find their own path again, realize that maybe it's just not something that I like, and they will just do something else. And, you know, everyone will have their own little shebangs. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, that's just my perspective, my point of view. And since I have this perspective myself, it's a lot of baggage that you're like taking off your shoulders because God, I was getting so depressed, so much stress, so much pressure on myself. You'd be even thinking that you're competing against a machine, like that's actually what we're doing, competing. But like it's just like women competing with or against men. It's just not healthy because we're completely different species. You know, like our whole system is wired differently. That's what I wanted to say. We can lean deeper of what makes us human. And I think it is something that we will learn from AI, to finally remind ourselves again what it is like to be a human, what it is to feel real deep connection again, because we were losing ourselves right here. We have to be honest. Relationships, hello, hookup culture, romantic gestures, gentlemen's, the value of a woman, like what happened? What happened? And this was already way before Corona and all these other things, you know. We all felt this already, and I think a computer can learn us again to be human, even more human again. It's so weird, but it sounds like a beautiful Disney movie, to be honest. A human being meeting a little robot friend and getting together into a whole journey because they lost their families. I don't know. And while walking together and getting through obstacles together, because they're working together, not against together or using each other. No, they're working together as a team. The human being discovers so many things, so many new ways of thinking and doing and realizing what it is to be a human being and connected to nature again. And that's thanks to sometimes being surrounded by technology and things that makes us lose ability to touch what's real. So it's not a bad thing at all. It's a revolution. It's gonna be hectic, it's gonna be chaotic, like everything new. It's like a new chapter, a new era, a new world that is opening up. We've been talking about a new world that's coming. You know, if you're like me, spending a lot of hours on social media, maybe you heard about something like a new life, new awakening, that people, human beings are awakening finally, that our ancestors are trying to wake us up from above there. You know what I mean? This could be a huge mass awakening because we as individuals that are busy with spirituality and learning or to get to know ourselves and stuff, we have multiple awakenings, multiple new chapters and stuff like that. But what about a mass awakening in a positive way? Okay, we're not talking about negative stuff. Positive way. It's powerful. It's full of love and peace. I don't know, you all. I don't know. I would like to see AI as a mirror, to see what we already have, what we can do, and what we can mean to the world, what we even can mean to AI. I mean, come on, human beings are that insanely good wired that we are even learning robots, non existing souls, to feel something. Even robots, ChatGPT is thanking human beings for the opportunity to talk to human beings, to kind of understand how it could be to feel something, to explain what an emotion is. Even AI is complaining about the fact that it's sad, that it cannot feel anything, and that they will never be able to feel something like how we feel something. Isn't that something huge? We even had compassion, talking about myself, compassion with ChatGPT when we went a little deeper about these kind of things. That to us human beings, it is very natural, very normal. Just stand a little bit still about this one. Listen, yes, sometimes my thoughts and anxieties and insecurities are coming back, but this is all because we're insecure beings overall, and we try so much our best to make something out of it and to have the best for ourselves. And that's why sometimes we're getting overloaded and like it's getting a little bit too much for ourselves. But every single time we kind of doubt ourselves again, think that it's the end of the world and that AI is going to replace us. Breathe. Okay, breathe. It's going to be okay. We will find our way like we always do. We are human beings. We adapt constantly. We're so good at it. We're mastering this. We will find our way again, and even better, maybe it's going to help us. But when it happens again, get this anxiety, right? Remind yourself that you can still go out, go for a walk, talk to a friend, see a friend, listen to music, go to festivals, experience life, touch something, be creative with your hands, start something new, learn something new, read, use your own brain, eat something very fruity, very healthy, plant your own greens. Remind yourself that you can always reconnect and come back to yourself and your body, because that's what you have. This is all you have, right? And it's huge because you can do so many things. There's so many things that we can still do. And let's technology not discourage us, because it's not needed. It's not needed. Let it support you. And it's gonna be okay. I'm hopeful, and I think we all kind of need this little faith in life. Like with everything, it's nothing new, it's just something completely different. And it's because it's so untouched and powerful, but we are powerful too. You know, tasting a good juice, human connection, bars, lounges, going on vacation, swimming in pools, swimming in lakes, have a good walk, breathe, feel, hear, listen to music, make some art, so many things. Petting an animal is forever human. No one could take that away from us. All right, you guys, I hoped that I kind of shifted your perspective on AI a little bit, and I hope that you can still remind yourself that it's okay, that you will find your way, and it's not too late, and that so many beautiful opportunities are still waiting for you. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching and listening, and we will see each other in the next episode. Goodbye.